We bought this rundown house, my boyfriend and I, thinking we could turn it into our dream home. From the outside, it looked like a typical fixer-upper, but we were determined to breathe new life into it. He started working on converting the kitchen into the main bedroom, while I focused on a project that had become somewhat of an obsession, removing the old wallpaper. The previous owner had papered every wall and ceiling in the house. It was a lot of work, but it felt so good to get rid of it. The best feeling was getting a long peel, like when your skin peels after a bad sunburn. I turned it into a game, always on the hunt to rip the longest piece possible. The wallpaper came off in satisfying strips, revealing the original, aged plaster underneath. But then, I noticed something peculiar. In every room, under a corner section of the paper, there was a name and a date written on the wall. Curiosity got the better of me, and I couldn't help but investigate. I googled those names, and what I discovered left me speechless. Each name belonged to a missing person, and the dates matched the days they had disappeared. My heart pounded as I uncovered more names and dates, each one more chilling than the last. We immediately notified the police, who sent a crime scene team to investigate. The officers moved through the house with grim expressions, their radios crackling with indistinct chatter. One of them, a tall, stern-faced man, approached me. "Ma'am, where's all the material you removed?" he asked, his tone urgent. "It's in the dumpster out back," I replied, my voice trembling. The officer nodded and went to retrieve the discarded wallpaper. Moments later, I overheard one of the forensic technicians say, "Yeah, it's human." I felt a cold sweat break out across my forehead. What did he mean by human? The realization hit me like a freight train. This wasn't just wallpaper. The material I had been peeling off the walls wasn't just old paper and paste. "Wait, what's human?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. The officer's face was pale as he turned to me. "Ma'am, this material isn't wallpaper. It's human skin." Horror washed over me as I stumbled back, my mind racing. The names and dates, the missing people, they were all somehow connected to this house. I looked around, feeling like the walls were closing in on me. The house seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, as if it were alive and feeding off my fear. The crime scene team continued their investigation, uncovering more horrific details. Hidden within the walls were personal items, lockets, watches, and rings, belonging to the missing people. It was as if the house had swallowed them whole, leaving behind only these macabre mementos. As night fell, the house felt even more sinister. Shadows danced menacingly across the walls, and every creak and groan seemed amplified. My boyfriend and I huddled together in the corner, unable to shake the feeling that we were being watched. Suddenly, there was a loud bang from upstairs. We jumped, our hearts racing. The police officers rushed to investigate, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. What they found was beyond comprehension. The attic was filled with more names and dates, written in what looked like blood. And in the center of the room, there was a large, old trunk. They opened the trunk to reveal a collection of journals, each one detailing the lives and eventual disappearances of the victims. The final entry in each journal was always the same: "They are coming for me." The police advised us to leave the house immediately, warning that it was not safe. We didn't need to be told twice. We grabbed what little we could carry and fled into the night, leaving behind the house that had become a living nightmare. The house was eventually condemned and demolished, but the memories of what we found there will haunt us forever. We learned that some places are inherently evil, and once they get their hooks into you, they never let go.